Hi everybody and welcome back to some more MotoGP 19 here on this channel. I'm KPG-GOONER here and this is part number 23 of my career walkthrough. Now in today's episode we head to France for the Le Mans circuit and this is going to be a really challenging race. Not one of my favourite circuits, so let's get straight into it and see if we can get a decent spot in the qualifying session. Slow it down, let's see if we can get nicely turned in, and that is not bad. Oh, nicely done. So those little tweaks to the suspension have made a difference, but we're still lagging a bit on the time. And Baldassarri's put in a 1:40.2, and that's the sort of time we've got to hit in this practice session. But we've managed to do some of the development tests, so we've earned some points. And I'm feeling very confident as long as the race stays in this condition. Because you remember what happened in Spain, where we had a wet qualifying and then the race was dry. At the moment it's really sunny, but I've just got a sneaky suspicion that may not be the case in the race. It's happened to me before. Right, let's see if we get nicely turning, all got a little bit wider and to the line. This is our best lap so far, and what position does that put us? Oh, that's an improvement, 5th.
Is also coming to a
right,
close.
so that's the end of the practice session. We were only 0.2 of the fastest time, and I think it's time to go straight into qualifying. So let's go straight into qualifying, see if we can go a little bit quicker and get a really decent spot on the grid. Right, so here we go with our qualifying lap. So Marcel Schrotter's sitting at the top with the fastest time so far, and I think we need to push really hard if we want to get on the front row of the grid. So let's see if we can get a good first sector, because we seem to be pretty decent in the first sector. It's not too bad through there, and we've got Binder in front of us that's just come out for some laps. We should be able to overtake him. Oh, we're a little bit behind on the first sector, but I'm sure we can pick it up. And that's not a bad corner. We should be able to get past Binder here. Right, slow it down, get it turned in. And into there. Oh, what the flipping hell are you doing, Binder, you absolute idiot! Right, so we're about 0.3 behind on the last sector. We need to pick it up into sector 3. So let's see if we can nail it through here. Slow it down. This could be a really difficult section. And that wasn't too bad. Oh, be a bit careful on the throttle, Gooner. We've managed to prevent doing that so far in this session. And just now that last corner. Just keep it steady. We need to nail this here and slow it down. Let's try and keep it as tight as possible. Turn it in. And that. Oh, that was nice to the line. What time we're going to get? And we're up to, oh, second. Oh, but I reckon we can get first. So let's keep going. Right, so that's the end of the qualifying session, and to be honest guys, I'm really happy with my time. I'm ahead of Marcel Schrotter, which is in second place in this championship, but Luti put in a really good time right at the end of the session, so it looks like he's the one to beat. Anyway, let's get straight into the race.
What's going on, race fans? We're joining you from the Le Mans circuit for live coverage of the Moto2 race at the Grand Prix of France. The rain has been falling relentlessly for a few hours now, but track conditions are good anyway, and the start of the race isn't at risk.
Didn't I say it? I just knew this would happen. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this now.
French Grand Prix. The riders are spread out on the grid. The light will soon go out and the Le Mans race will begin.
Right, so here we go with a wet race around the Le Mans circuit. Not what I wanted. And once again, I put in a dry setup and I've got a race in the wet. Not ideal, but we just got to go with it. So let's see if we can get a decent start. And just try and short shift just to get traction, and I'll spin up that rear, and that's worked out okay. We've managed to get away. Now it's really pissing down, so we're going to have to be careful into that first chicane we don't slide off. Slow it down and just be careful. Try not to spin up that rear. We've got to make that tyre last the entire race. We've managed to get away really, really well, so that is a good start. And we've got Luti sitting in second place. And let's see how the AI deal with these conditions after a completely dry qualifying session. And this corner, squeeze gets me. And we've got a little bit wider. And that, oh, it doesn't feel great. The tyre is spinning up. There's a lot of vibration, and we're going to have to be so careful. Let's start slowing it down. This corner is so challenging. And, oh, who's that? Marcel Schrotter. What a dive bomb that was. Oh, bit of contact there as well. And more contact from behind. Oh, what a dive bomb that was. I hate it when the AI do that. It really throws you out. And we've got to try and hold on to this position here. We've got a lot of riders sitting behind us attacking us. And we also don't want to lose touch with Schrotter. He's second in the championship, and he had a really poor round in the last race, so he's probably going to want to get maximum points. Oh, we've got someone else trying to get past us. No, this is not what we wanted, but I just can't push the bike any more than what I am. I'm not feeling very comfortable with this setup at all. We've gone with the default setup because we didn't know what to go with, because I didn't manage to put in any qualifying laps in these conditions. So we're just going to have to stay steady, and hopefully we can pick it up. And it looks like it's is it Baldassari that's behind us. I'm not sure what. Luti's dropped down to 6th position, so that is what happens when the conditions change like that. Sometimes you can be really good in the wet and poor in the dry, or you can be good in the dry and poor in the wet. It's just not always good in both. But we're managing just to stick with Schrotter, and hopefully we can just get a little bit closer, just to maybe get back past him. That back wheel is spinning up so much. All I'm getting is so much vibration, especially into the turn, and again, just feel like I can't push it. Just having to back off the throttle, get it turned in, and then just putting the power down on the straight. That's the only place that I feel like the bike feels okay. Let's just try and keep it steady, and again, just slowly open the throttle, and it looks like Schrotter's starting to pull away now. And as long as we stay in 2nd place, it wouldn't be the end of the world. Let's see if we can just keep it steady through here. And that's not too bad. And we're managing to slightly pull away from 3rd position. And, oh, Luti's made it back up to 3rd position. So Luti has managed to just get back into his rhythm. And, oh, don't come off. That didn't feel good there. Right, let's just keep it smooth through that final section. Really don't want to go on the curbs and accelerate. I just feel like I'm going to slide off at every turn. And Schrotter is just managing just to pull away a little bit quicker than us. Let's just see if we can just take a little bit more through here. This is the sector that I need to close in on. Definitely faster at sector 1. Not too bad. Oh, that was nice and controlled. We've managed to take a little bit out of Schrotter's lead. And it's, oh, looking at the leaderboard, Baldassari is back in 3rd position ahead of Luti. So he's managed to overtake him again. Let's see if we can do a little bit better on this corner. Slow it down, get it turned in, be smooth on the throttle out the exits. And we should be able to just push it a little bit into this next turn. If we just brake a little bit earlier, get it turned in, and try and hold it. Oh, onto the curb. Oh my god, I actually got a penalty just for a wheel going over the curb. Can you believe it? That is insane. 0.2 penalty. That really pisses me off, because we went completely over that and we mucked up that section as well. Ooh, really struggling now. But the tyre wear looks good, even though we're on these wets. Just struggling to slow the bike down, but we have managed to maintain our distance between Schrotter, so we haven't lost a lot, but we're definitely struggling, and we're coming to the end of lap 3, and there's still a long way to go in this race. That's not a bad last corner, but oh, that back wheel is spinning a good, and when I'm trying to put the power down, and we have put in a faster time this time than Marcel Schrotter. and that was a 1:49.5. Let's see if we can just close in on him. But now we have a penalty. We need to finish a little way in front of him if we want to win the race. So let's see if we can just get past him first. Just try and take a little bit more through the turn, just trying to be really smooth on the throttle. And that is not bad. That was nicely done. And he is struggling as well. I can see him really struggling to just hold those tight lines. And again, we just overshot. And loads of vibration. Just back off the throttle. And we've managed to regain control. And again, let's try and be careful through here. We can't afford to get another penalty. Still can't believe that. And oh, we've done it again. Oh, but we didn't get a penalty. That's weird. Maybe it's if you gain a little bit out of it. We didn't really gain anything out of that time, but we've got to avoid doing that. When I feel it start vibrating, you just have to back off the throttle and just go with it. Let's see if we can get through. Oh, Schrotter struggled through that section. Just saw I swear I saw his back wheel just kick out then, and he just managed to stay on. So it looks like he's struggling as well. That's what we want. And we're starting to close in. Come towards the end of lap 4. We're going to have 2 more laps to go. Let's see if we can just keep it steady through this last turn. We should be able to gain a little bit on him on the straight. Right, slowly open the throttle. Now we've got a bit of slipstream and we go into lap 5. Again, that was a decent lap, but Luti just put in a 1:49.4. So Luti is on the surge as well. Really want to see, can we overtake him? Oh, I was going to go for it, but I wasn't close enough. Definitely feel that is a section where we are stronger than Schrotter. Unless we can get past him in one of these other corners. Again, let's just try and be nice and smooth. And yes, that is nicely done, and we're really starting to put him under pressure now. Let's see if he can get a nice tight line here. He probably will, but let's see if we can keep it. And that's not too bad again. That was nicely done, and we're really starting to push hard here. Let's see if we can nail this corner. Let's just brake a tiny bit earlier to get that front end turned in. And again, just a little bit of a moment there, and that was much better. That's what we've got to do, just keep nice and controlled. Starting to push now. We're only going to have 1 more lap to go after this, and it's all or nothing. Let's mark this section up. And again, yes, Schotter's definitely struggling through there, and we've definitely taken advantage of that. And we have closed in again. Can we get him? If we can get right behind him onto the straight, we should be able to beat him up the hill into the first chicane. And again, just trying to hold it. See if we can nail this final corner again. Just back off the throttle. And that is nicely done. Now we should be able to get him. We've got to carry the speed into that first corner of the last lap. And oh, Baldassarri at 1:49.1. So they're all speeding up now. Right, so this is where we've got to beat him on the brakes. Let's take an inside line, slow it down. We should be able to. Oh, we've got in the inside and we've managed to take him. Be careful. And we've taken the lead. Oh, that was a bit of a risk, especially in these conditions, but I've managed to do it. And we are leading now. And is Schrotter going to come back at us? He's going to have to push a little bit harder if he wants to overtake, but we've definitely got to finish a little bit in front of him because we've got that 0.2 penalty. Let's just try and just get away if we can. It's not too bad. So let's see where he is. He's not close enough to overtake in this section. We've just managed to. Oh, Baldassarri's in second now. Schrotter's been overtaken by Baldassarri, and he's retaken. I bet you any money he overtook him like he did me on that turn. Let's just try and pull away. We're starting to feel comfortable now. We should be able to win this as long as we don't muck up this last section. Again, that was much better through there. And Baldassarri's overtaken Schrotter again. If Schrotter doesn't come second, that is really good for us, as he is second in. Oh, Luti's overtaken Schrotter as well. Oh, this is working out really nicely for us. Now we just got to nail this last corner and we should have a 0.2 lead. And we should be able to take the win again. And that is nice and controlled again. To the finish line, and we're going to take a win in France. Unbelievable. What a race. And we really did put some consistent laps in. And who came second? Baldassarri, Luti in third, and Schrotter in fourth. Well, that is going to affect the championship. And I think, who had the fastest lap? I think it was, oh, Baldassarri. Anyway, let's have a look at the leaderboard and see what the points look like now. Right, so I'm still sitting top of the championship on 111 points, 33 ahead of Schrotter as he dropped points by finishing fourth. But Luti and Baldassarri are starting to pick up points, and also we're still sitting top by 8 points in the team championship. So overall it's been a good episode, but this game is starting to wind me up. Dry qualifying, wet race. Wet qualifying, dry race. Why can't we just have the same conditions so we get the right sort of performance with the setup that I put in? But I don't think it's ever going to be like that. But anyway, in the next episode we head to Italy and we've got Mugello. Fantastic circuit, really looking forward to that one. So I will see you in the next episode.